What is good, y'all? I hope y'all saw episode 1 of Lanterns like I did because, wow.
It's time to get up, Junior.
And I am going to say my piece as to why I feel like the DCU has something special when it comes to Lanterns. Now, Lanterns feels like a breath of fresh air, mainly due to its true crime-esque tone that happens to just involve superheroes. And I cannot forget about this whole dynamic between Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan that involves an old dog versus a new blood type of battle between generations. And I'm loving it. Because Hal Jordan has this attitude towards the Guardians where he necessarily does not trust them, doesn't know what they're up to, and why they chose John as his replacement. Where John is more along the lines of, he follows protocol, he follows the chain of command. And it's just that balance between, the high and mighty, all guy, I follow orders, towards the guy, like, I've been in this game too long to know that something is really fishy. And it brings a unique type of storytelling that is not only good for the DCU, but superhero projects as a whole. It involves that mysterious kind of element that just cannot be solved with superpowers, where you need more of brains over bronze in this type of story, which I feel like is something that the superhero genre has been missing, and Lanterns is capitalizing on that really good. It's also a unique way of introducing us to the Green Lantern Corps, where we're already off rip as seeing them possibly not as, good guys. Not saying that they aren't good guys, but, as like the national peacekeepers, where they have even flaws among their own, organization. There is also one thing that I cannot forget to mention. I praise DCU with how different every new entry feels whenever they are building this universe. And I just enjoy just the different tones and how nothing really ever feels like a copy and paste from the last, whether it be, TV series or movie. Like how we can go from the upbeat Boy Scout of Superman to the complicated and tragic life of Peacemaker to a girl finding her purpose and finding something worth fighting for bigger than herself in Supergirl, to the true crime mystery of Lanterns, and the soon-to-be horror movie that is Clayface. It's almost as if every new project and every new entry that is introduced into this universe can be watched on its own in its entirety without having to play keep up or feel like something's missing or feel like wondering where this character came from. Like the way that they introduce, the little bits of lore doesn't necessarily take away the story. It really more adds to it, in my opinion, which I enjoy a lot. Now, I'm not the biggest Green Lantern head. I'm not too familiar with the lore or the Easter eggs that I might have missed in episode 1, but this show has got me wanting to do a deep dive. And I say that because I can't give my take on whether or not if Hal Jordan or Jon Stewart are comic accurate or if any other characters that are presented are comic accurate. But I can say the way that these characters are written, the way the world is being built up, I was able to follow along and stay, attentive to what was happening without even having, the most my most knowledge about the Green Lanterns. And that is to me a bonus on, their side whenever it comes to telling this story. And I am extremely interested in seeing where this goes. Between Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart, I'm loving the dynamic, and I'm really looking forward to seeing where their journey and this adventure takes those two. And I can't leave without saying this. This show has got me interested in wanting to learn more about the Green Lantern. So I went to my library and I picked up some trade bags from Jeff Jones, who I didn't even know that he wrote for Green Lantern. And he is a phenomenal writer because I've read some of his current runs with Rook, New Exodus, and Geiger. And those by far are some of my favorite books that I'm looking to acquire more copies of. But his Green Lantern, oh my, chef's kiss and the cherry on top. The fact that he's writing that and I get a chance to like look it up and get more knowledgeable about the Green Lanterns, this show couldn't have dropped at a better time. So, in conclusion, episode 1 was really, really great. It got credited for a 90% on Rotten Tomatoes, which I don't necessarily base, whether or not if I enjoyed something off of reviews, but it's always good to see people enjoy the things that you like. Nothing's ever wrong with that. So we will see how well Green Lantern performs whenever we get more episodes, but I have faith that they can pull this off, and this could be something great for the DCU moving forward that can project them to, new heights. I look forward to it, and I have faith that they can do it. Peace.